Burma is located in Southeast Asia, between Bangladesh and Thailand. The population of Burma is 53 million. It is the 24th most populous country in the world. Burma is an ethnically diverse country with over 135 different ethnic groups, of which there are 8 major ethnic groups. Burma, annexed by the British prior to World War II, was under British rule and was added as a province of India, also under British rule. However, during World War II, as Japan wanted Asia for the Asians, they invaded Burma, telling them they would receive independence. However, this was not the case, and soon Burma's leaders began negotiating with the British, who at this time were advancing towards Burma in the east. Finally, in 1948, Burma received independence from the British and set up a democratic constitution. However, ethnic groups and communist parties challenged the constitution as they felt they were underrepresented. This led to civil war, which devastated the country, which in turn allowed a coup led by Ne Win, in which he grasped the position of military dictator. Ne Win then began to turn a democratic constitution into an authoritarian military rule, as well as isolating Burma from the rest of the world. Ne Win led a thriving country down a destructive path of economical, cultural, and environmental ruin. In 1988, Ne Win left presidency in Burma, leaving the country in turmoil. Moreover, democracy demonstrations later that summer were met with massacres in which the military crushed and killed approximately 3,000 people. Furthermore, even though the military party was beaten in the 1990 election by the National League for Democracy, with a landslide 82% in favor of the NLD party, the army would not give up power, and in 2007 a similar revolution was treated in the same manner by the military. In March 2011, Thein Sein was a retired military officer before being newly elected to the parliament and sworn in as president. Thein Sein replaced Senior General Thein Xuan, who was head of the military junta for the past 2 decades. However, the general would remain in power behind the scenes and could override citizen rule. The transition in Burma from a junta to a democracy has been a slow pace in Burma. Small changes throughout the recent years have surfaced and helped Burma become more of a democracy, though its constitution is still far from reaching a democracy similar to a first world democracy. For example, under this new constitution, the military are still taking 25% of the seats in parliament, and in total, 84% of the seats are military-backed. Moreover, the military is able to make quick decisions in chaos. Therefore, they have the power to turn Burma into a junta. Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, leader of the opposition, had also spent 15 of the past 21 years under house arrest. Her party is known as National League for Democracy. They didn't participate in the last parliamentary election due to a boycott, as they did not agree with the current constitution and wish for reform. However, recently, political prisoners such as Daw Aung San Suu Kyi are being released more frequently, and the president of Burma was quoted as telling Obama that all political prisoners will be released by the end of 2013. Therefore, it is clear that though Burma is on the road to change, this change is yet to come forth and make a positive effect on the citizens of Burma. Human rights in Burma under the military are known as some of the world's worst. There are documented and condemned violations in Burma. The military junta has suppressed nearly all basic rights and committed human rights abuses with impunity, reported by the Freedom House. The Burmese military engaged in attacks on civilians, killings, forced labor, torture, sexual violence against women and girls, and using child soldiers. There are over 550,000 people internally displaced in Burma, including 400,000 people because of years of fighting in eastern Burma. Even though there are some improvements being made, the human rights of the people of Burma continue to need much improvements. It is clear that though the regime is changing, there has been little change affecting citizens, as human rights are still violated within Burma.